This is a little bit more complicated class. The program works with a series of integers entered by the user and separated by spaces. During entry of the integers, it keeps track of how many numbers are entered and the largest number. And then you end the input by entering a negative number. At the end, it calculates the average and also shows the other statistics. And the program works with a simple stat class, which takes care of all the simple statistics. Now, this over here is the simple class stat, simple stat class. And you see that we have three private integers over here, the largest, the sum, and the count, and by default, of course, they're going to be initialized as 0. We also have a private function that just checks if a number is a new largest number. And then we have a couple of public functions. First of all, the constructor, and this is actually a prototype. But if you look at line 33 here, you'll see that in the constructor, we initialize all these numbers at 0. So it's clearly a constructor. Over here, we also have an add number function. So from the outside, we enter a number over here. And then when you look at the add number function over here, you see that this comes from the outside, and then initially we set a good num boolean as true. Now the input ends when you enter a negative number, so a number has to be greater or equal to 0, otherwise it cannot be processed. If it's not negative, then we add it to the sum and we add one to the count. And then over here we also change, we check if the number is the new largest number. We call this function over here, that's a little bit further defined over here too. So we send the number over here to this function. If it's the largest, then we return true, otherwise we return false. So if this is true, then that number becomes the new largest. If the number is not greater or equal to 0, if it's negative, then we set good num at false and we return it. But if you highlight this over here, you see that good num over here is not used anywhere else in the program. You don't see it highlighted anywhere. And if you have this function called the add number, if you had the function add number over here, which returns that boolean value, and you see where add number is used, you see that over here, but it's not in an if statement. And if you go up, it's over here just declared as part of the class. So I'm not sure why it's even necessary to have a boolean number over here. Now we can compare that with new largest, and if we go to new largest over here, you see that it also returns a boolean value over here. And if the number that we sent from the outside is larger than the largest value that we've seen so far, then we return true, otherwise we return false. And when we actually call the function new largest, you see that it is in an if statement. And if this one returns true, then we set the largest number equal to that new number that we send it. Okay, so some of the functions are in the class are declared as prototypes, like this one over here, the add number and calculate average over here. This is a full definition over here. Not sure exactly why you would do it differently between the ones, but okay. And let's see. Yeah, then the main function over here, you have to declare a num, so you can get user input. Over here we instantiate the class and create an object stat helper. Give some instructions where you want to enter numbers separated by spaces. Over here you get a num over here, and then as long as the number is positive or 0, we add it over here, and then we get another one, because they're separated by spaces, so we don't need to use another cout to tell the user. And over here at the end, then we record the count and the largest and the average number. So let's run this. I'm going to add some easy values, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and yeah, that's enough. And now I'm going to do a really large number over here, a large negative number, to signal that it has to end. Now if this large number, this negative number, would be included in the sum and in the calculations, then you would see an average of a negative number, and that doesn't happen. You see that we only count the first 5 over here that are valid. The largest value was 8, and that is perfectly correct, and the average value over here 6.